Smoking remains the single biggest preventable cause of early death and illness in the United Kingdom, with smokers dying 10 years younger than non-smokers. Lung disease and smoking-related illnesses continue to burden the NHS with an estimated annual cost of £2.7 billion. The Department of Health, through its agency NICE, is urging a fresh approach in the battle to help smokers quit. In a world first, tobacco harm reduction will aim to revolutionise the way people quit smoking.
Tobacco harm reduction is reducing the harm caused by tobacco. And the ways you can do this are to stop smoking abruptly, which isn't too easy, cutting down on your cigarettes with a view to quitting long term, or reducing the number of cigarettes that you're smoking long term. Well, this new guidance from the Department of Health to me is quite exciting because it's creating a new approach to treating smoking. We know that nicotine replacement therapies have been around for a long time, but smokers don't use enough of them. They don't use them for long enough, although they're recommended for 12 weeks. Now, this guidance from the Department of Health is saying that these treatments should be used more flexibly and also longer term. And to me, that's very attractive because so many smokers go back to smoking because they stop using their treatment too early, they don't use it for long enough, or they don't use enough of it.
I've been smoking for about 12 years and I probably try and quit twice a year.
I've been smoking about 13 years. I have considered quitting once, but never got around to actually doing it.
I've tried to quit smoking loads of times. I just can't. I can't quit.
I can't say really nicotine comes into my thought process when it comes to smoking.
Nicotine, I know that it's highly addictive.
Nicotine's a dangerous chemical. Like, everyone knows that smoking's bad for you and you shouldn't do it.
Now, nicotine, people think, oh, it causes cancer, it causes heart disease. Nicotine does not cause cancer, it does not cause cardiovascular disease or strokes, right? At the dose taken, it does not cause major disease. And of course, using nicotine, pure nicotine treatments long term is far, far safer than using cigarette tobacco long term. Nicotine therapies, they certainly double smokers' chances of quitting. But yet the level of smokers out there is remaining fairly static. It's not dropping drastically. And so we need a new approach. And I think the new approach is that we give smokers nicotine treatments in a more flexible way, but also longer term. And that way we'll be able to get smokers to become successful ex-smokers.
It's actually really reassuring having the new guidelines in place because it means that instead of having to pick up a cigarette again if I was to accidentally have a relapse or anything, that I can go back to the nicotine replacement products and it's actually a much better option for me.
Started using nicotine products, it made it a lot easier to give up completely, and now I haven't smoked for 5-6 years now and it really did help.
Quitting smoking can have positive health benefits within hours and days, from reduced blood pressure after just 1 hour to improved lung function within 3 days, and can rapidly reduce the risks of developing life-threatening illnesses. However, with 20% of the population still smoking, the UK is facing its toughest challenge yet. This is why the Department of Health is recommending a new approach, tobacco harm reduction, which will encourage smokers to quit smoking by using nicotine, in whatever way they choose and for however long. Because most health problems are almost entirely caused by the other components in cigarettes, not by the nicotine. There are no circumstances when it is safer to smoke than to use NRT products.